This is a warning. When we are doing some of these series and these episodes about some of the most notorious housing projects in Brooklyn history and New York City history, there will be things mentioned and names mentioned that may offend some people, because these names and these situations may bring up bad memories and bad times for people who had to go through hell in these projects to survive and be here today. And some people are not here today. So we apologize in advance. But this is real Brooklyn history. And if we don't document it ourselves, it may end up his story instead of our story. You heard? One thing we do not do on this channel or in these series is talk about, discuss, or describe unsolved mysteries. We know the rules to this street stuff. So if you would like to watch some unsolved mysteries, you could go to unsolved.com and watch them all, but you won't find them here.
So I rushed the guy. So when I rushed him, I went in his pocket. There was so much money. Jimmy had to help me put the money out. So when I put the money out, the money fell on the floor. I already had like 2 bags of money in my hand. Why I can't get it?
You're alive.
Hello?
Yo.
Oh, this ain't loud. I didn't know it was you, man. I thought it was somebody trying to call. I thought it was a telemarketer trying to call me, man. What's up?
What's
Yeah,
poppin'?
we call Little Slop, man.
We here.
He probably playing, you know what Slop be doing, man? He be playing dice by himself, gambling, betting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your own money. Going in his left pocket, betting in his right pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to say that for you get on, man. That nigga Slop crazy.
Real good spot, man.
You know how we play solitaire? He playing like self philo. You know what I'm saying? Like, who heard of that before? You know? Let me call it right now, man.
You said solitaire philo.
What's up, man? Life is good, y'all.
What's
Take
poppin'?
blessings, man.
Peace,
poppin'?
peace.
Peace,
Little
peace.
Slop.
Man.
What it
Peace,
do?
man.
It's really
What's
good.
going on, man? You know, we all family here, man. And when I say
Definitely,
man, I got a lot of stuff to say, man. That's my little bro, man. You know what I'm saying?
Know it, man.
I already know.
Yeah. So what's going on today, Saquon? What's going on, Say Laz?
Yo, look, man. Laz. I'm gonna let Laz add on, man.
Nah, we talking about one of the most legendary projects in New York City, man. MARCY projects, man. We just giving the people the true history.
Laz had asked a pertinent question some time ago, and he was like, yo, Slop, how you get your name? So Slop broke down how he got his name and things of that nature, right? Now, Little Slop, this is the question I want to ask you, right?
Right. Yeah.
When you took on that name, right? When you took on Big Bro name, did you take it when he was... First of all, I apologize. Not to say that you took it. It probably was bestowed upon you. You know what I'm saying? And given the rights for you to use that. You know what I'm saying? But my question is, did you know how much juice came with that name when you took on that name?
I didn't know, man. I didn't know that name was like New York City wild. Like everywhere I go, when people say, yo, that's not little brother. I got treated like royalty, man, for real. Like it goes a long way, even in prison. Even my first day in prison, from the door, people came to show me love, gave me food, everything. I never had to worry about nothing. But I earned that name, you know. It comes. I probably had that name since I was maybe like 11, 12, and being around the neighborhood as a young kid running around the neighborhood. They always say, yo, little baby, just call me Baby Slop at first. So as I got older, they started calling me Little Slop. So with that name, like you said, it became a lot of responsibility. It became a lot of people love you, some people don't like you because of the name. But I think that even when I was up north, like sometimes people don't know you. They don't know it. Big Slop, because they from Rochester, Buffalo, and so I still had to prove myself, regardless.
Right.
So I think that the Slop's name is well respected. Like we just playing around with some names back in the day. Me and Little Smoke, we playing around with some names back in the day. Just like calling me Baby Slop, that was it.
Yeah. Shout out to Little Smoke and shout out to Big Smoke.
Little Smoke.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I want to add one of my stories.
Okay.
That when I first got locked up, and I had a warrant out for my arrest. I was on one for like a year. So I was staying at B.O. house for, here and there. Staying up at Shorty house and also here and there. So I decided to come to Thanksgiving the next day. And not knowing if I knew what that was going to happen on Thanksgiving, that I was going to be in Rikers Island, I never would have went upstairs. I went upstairs that night to spend the night. You know what I'm saying? When I woke up in the morning, I woke up to somebody saying, Michael Williams. I thought I was dreaming to wake up to see about 12 police officers in the room. And they had these papers for a warrant for my arrest. So as I was standing up, it was some commotion in the room, but Big Slop was already sleeping and Apollo was sleeping on the top bunk. So when Slop heard the commotion, he jumped up. One of the officers said, lay down, big man, we're not here for you. So he almost like pulled a gun out on Big Slop. So Slop laid back down. So they just told me to start getting dressed. And when I started getting dressed, I started putting on my Reebok. At the time, Reebok pumps was like the style back then. So I had my Reebok pumps, my Social Casino suit on. So I started putting on my jewelry and everything like that. So when I started putting my other stuff on, they said, well, you won't be needed, so you going. So my mom came out the room. So I passed her my jewelry. I think I kept my gold teeth, like a little guest watch, and maybe like 2 chains in my neck. Then from there, before I left the apartment, my father prayed for me before I left. He's a preacher, man, he's a pastor. My mom's like a woman of God, so they really believe in that prayer. So when my father was praying for me before they took me out in handcuffs, all the police officers, for some reason, they nodded their head was praying for my father, which was crazy. But and from there, as me getting into the van, it was like 6 in the morning. So I see people like walking around in MARCY. They see me, they probably didn't know what was going on. So I could ride around all day in the van. I'd go into 40 people's houses for warrants. Only 4 of us got caught. And that was crazy. Yeah. So from there, they didn't take me to court. For some reason, I ended up going straight to Rikers Island. And that was in the bullpens all that night because they had no room to put people like in the dorms. And I ended up in Mar 9 on the uptown side.
What year was this?
This had to be like 90, 91.
Right.
Yeah. So when I got on the other side of Mar 9, it was the Harlem side, Manhattan side. I still remember some of the names. This dude named Just, Wise, Wolf. Also this dude named Force from the Bronx. He was like a big time drug dealer in the Bronx back in the days. But it was all these Harlem niggas. So when I woke up in the morning, I was in the middle. So the middle of the, I know how the dorms got 3 areas. In the middle was like doorway with all the people that they throw, when they love you all day and throw water and powder on you. So when I woke up in the morning, I looked at court. It was at the time I didn't know Artie or Guy Tony. So I looked at Artie, I see my name. So when I say Little Slop, he was like, yo, I know your brother Big Slop from MARCY. I said, that's my brother. So when he called Guy Tony over and said, yo, that's Slop little brother. So Guy Tony was like, Slop, I don't know Slop will have no little brothers. So he's like, I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah. So
let me tell you. Right, go ahead.
Again, Slop, go ahead.
So Little Slop called me on the phone after that. Right? So he said, yo, I'm over here at Mar 9, got Tony here. And Artie. I said, little Artie, that's my man. I said, pick Guy on the phone. So he picked Guy, shout out to Guy Tony. We're looking out for Little Slop. I appreciate that.
Guy Tony, what's up, man, bro?
Yeah.
Salute.
So Guy Tony from Brooklyn, right. So what happened was that Guy Tony got on the phone, and I said, yo, Guy, that's my little brother. He said, come on, Slop. That's your little brother or that's a soldier? I said, nah, God, that's my little brother, man. We slept in the same house. We got the same mother and father. We got bunk beds in the same crib. That's my family. So God said, all right. So when God got the phone, what happened, Slop?
He took me off Broadway and moved. Another guy put him on Broadway and put him next to the side. There was only about 4 or 5 Brooklyn dudes in the house. So, but everybody except the guy Tony in the house, even though we was from Brooklyn, the guy Tony had about 4 or 5 hours in the phone. So from there, my journey begins as like one of my first times in Rikers Island. At the time, I was only like 16. Guy Tony maybe could have been maybe like 18, probably something like that, Artie and them. And from there, it begins, and we been in the house for like 4 or 5 months. I got cool with the Harlem niggas in there. So they was mad cool, but you know, then later on, once got Tony went up north in December, he went up like, I think he went up north for maybe like 12 years, something like that, 4 to 12 or whatever he had. So now the time was left to me and Arnie on the phone. And now I'm saying to myself, wow, I said, niggas probably gonna try us for the phone. Matter of fact, it was Guy Tony's phone, but we used to use 5 hours on the phone. There had other little harm niggas using it, some Bronx niggas. But we had at the main time. Because after that, this dude came to the house from the Bronx, a Spanish dude. And he wanted to fight for the phone time. So I told Artie, and look, at the time, Guy told me that for some weapons and stuff. So when the guy was told to step to the back, I told Artie to get a step to the back, but Artie to get off the bed. So right now, remember, I just a little dude, 140 pounds. This guy was probably like 6 feet tall. So big dude. And so Artie didn't get off the bed to step to the dudes for the phone time, so they not losing the phone time. So later on, the dude wanted to give us an hour together back. So and after that, I wound up like staying in the house until I left to go to the 6th building. So now I get to the 6th building now. It's been down me like 6 to 8 months already. So now at 6 I had like a year, I had like 2 cases. So I got 1 year for a case and 6 months for another case. So the together probably was like 12 months I had to do. I think I only had like 6 months in. So now when I get to the 6th building now, I got all my stuff now, like from being locked up, getting visits, getting clothes, getting new stuff on business. So I had a lot of nice stuff. So I get to the 6th building, I got there at night. So when I come in the house, I start putting my things underneath the bed, and it was late, so I lay down and went to sleep. So when I woke up in the morning, all my things was gone underneath the bed. I said, man, it was like 5 in the morning. I said, no, I'm gonna wait till the morning to say something. That waited till the morning. So I got in the morning, it was all the niggas in the back was all Brooklyn niggas. And I still remember some names like Kenny, I think he was from East New York, Shorty Cypress. Dude, he's from Cypress, little short, light skin, they got mad jewelry on. There was some other people, like miscellaneous people. Then in the front was the Queens niggas, and in the middle was the Bronx niggas. But the Brooklyn niggas had the phones, and the Uptown and Bronx niggas, they shared like the time on the phone too. So that house only had 1 phone at the time. If you go to 6th building, they only had like 1 phone, or maybe like a collect phone or something like that.
Right.
So I called Slop that morning. I said, yo, Slop, they took my stuff, man. So Slop said, yo, you know anybody in there? I said, nah. So I remember this dude named Smooth. I believe he's like Matthew's father from MARCY. He was in there with me. But on the other side, I didn't know that Punchy and Will was on the other side. You know, Punchy from LG.
Punchy from LG. And
yeah.
what Will? Money Will?
Money Will.
Black man Will.
Yeah, he's from Best Side. He's with me. Will, yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, he was on the other side, so I wanted to call Slop. So Slop put Smooth on the phone. Smooth told him what happened. And Smooth said, y'all didn't get your brother stopped, but you're going to have to shoot the fair one. For some reason,
I told Smooth, I said, Smooth, don't get my brother's stuff back. I said, give my brother a fair one. I said,
what Smooth was that?
Fair one.
I don't know exactly. He might be from Bushwick, yeah.
I tell Pudgy, get your fair one. You want a fair one. They don't got to get your stuff back. You want a fair one. Whoever took your stuff.
Right.
That's what I told them. Right.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Then I found out this dude named Kais from the Bronx had took my stuff. A little dark-skinned, grimy looking nigga. So the dude in back saw these Cypress. He said, yo, I'll get you a fair one. At the time, like, I was just maybe like a day already. So I get you a fair one. So I guess before the COs had switched the time, when they switch over and 3 o'clock shift come on. Yeah. So when they switch over, I went in the back to shoot the fair one. Right. So when I started shooting the fair one, this dude was like putting his fists up like he really could fight. I destroyed it within like 3 minutes. So the shorty started to say, yo, man, get that nigga back his stuff, man. You can't even beat him, man. Yo, give him back his stuff, man. Like, that day I got back my stuff. Then the next 2 days, they pack up the whole back to the 4th building because something happened in the dorm with somebody. So when they packed it up, the phone, everything was free. So this Spanish dude named Bush, he was from Brooklyn. I don't know if he was anybody in the streets, though, but he was from Brooklyn, and he wound up having a phone. So he came up to me. I got cool with him. So he came up to me and said, yo, I want to give you some time on the phone. If you can help me hold the phone down. I said, yeah, sure. But he wanted giving me from 9 to 11 because he liked the early time from like 7 to 9. And the crazy thing, Boston, they had shit like the phone all day up to like 7 o'clock. So from there, I was like, it was crazy because I think I've been in the dorm for just a couple of days and I'm already got the phone. So it was kind of crazy. But from there, I represented, that's one of my saddest moments right there. Of like, as being like one of the first time niggas on the island. And I was able to like, to do what I gotta do. Cause it's hard back then. Cause niggas really be about that life on the island. This is 91 now, but people was from everywhere, yeah. So the Bronx niggas and Queens niggas, they have to go about some time. But I showed them some love. I probably only used about an hour and a half of the phone at night, So I showed some love to them. So after that, we were already mad cool. But Pudgy had beef with the dudes from my side. The Bronx niggas didn't like Pudgy. So the same dude I took my stuff there, like Pudgy, they barely liking him. So they always try to disrespect Pudgy. But like ever since then, the dude that I fought, I didn't like. He took my stuff though. We got cool later. But I showed him some love though. But later, it's kind of funny because I just saw him like 5 years ago in the streets one day in the Bronx. So when I saw him, he looks the same. I buzzed out because I said, "Damn, in the Bronx, this is the nigga from like 30 years ago who
he remembered you."
Yeah, he remembered me. So he saw me remember me for some reason. And he got one of those faces that you never forget. Right. And when he saw me, but it was all love, though. That's one of my stories. Some of my stories I have of me, like, as a youngster going to Rikers Island. And from there, it's just been about me for the next 10, 12 years. I just been in and out of prison. Been up north. Yeah.
Let me ask this. That was a digging case that you caught?
At the time, I had a drug case, and at the time, I believe I had like a robbery case. But I was already on 5 years probation.
All right, now look, this is the great part. I'm glad you brought that up, right?
Yeah, right.
Now, so before you came downtown, what it was that you was doing? Because Slopping, we was downtown, and then y'all came. But before you came downtown and decided that you gonna start digging, what it is that you was doing? Was you in the P's? Was you hanging out in Tompkins, Marcy? What? Who you was banging with? What you was doing?
I was in the P's. I was selling drugs back in the days. I was selling this dude named Conan. God bless his dad. Rest in peace.
God bless his dad. Conan, man.
Yeah. So I used to hustle for him for a while. And from there, before I was hustling for him, I used to be with Little Smoke. So I used to be salute Little Smoke, man. I go front though. That was a money getting nigga for back in the day. And we was young too, 14, 15. And we used to go to Manhattan and Big Smoke, Little Smoke we used to befriend store owners out there in the store. So they used to trust us. So we used to go in the store and chill for the day. Then one day, Smoke came out with his big bag. So we was walking down the block, he put this big bag of money from his trousers, from his pants. I don't know how he got it out the store. So we got down the block. Now we're in the World Trade now downstairs in this bar area. This lady that we knew, she let us go in the bar sometimes, even though we was young. So we was counting the money one day, and we remember we were only like 14 years old. We was made about 3,000 or 4,000, but it was maybe like $1,000 of singles. And from that day, after I started getting money with Little Smoke, and we was some fly little niggas at the time. We had like Patsy Ewins, all that stuff back in those days.
I remember Little Slop. You don't gotta run it down to me. Y'all had the Patsy Ewins with the shirt. I remember y'all had the spot belts with the spot belt shirt. I remember.
Yeah. You're right.
Let me ask y'all a question though, right quick. Y'all father, before he was a preacher, was he ever into the streets?
And where he from? He from Marcy too? Like he grew up in Marcy?
South Carolina,
So down south.
Benefield. And him and his brothers, they was good, honest dudes down there. Everybody knew the Williams boys. There was a lot of them, and they had their sisters. And everybody in the town loved my father. He grew up, in that area with the white people and all of that. And I remember often Christmas time and stuff like that, people from the South, white families, sent my father money and stuff like that. They loved my father. But him and his brothers from the South and the Williams boys, they wasn't having it.
Yeah.
They was always scrapping. Like, you didn't want to mess with the Williams boys, From what I heard. And their sisters was even worse. As if that. But they kind of worse and bad. Ain't nothing like us. It's a whole different,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like fighting and whatever and not having and then family,
So in other words, y'all ways and actions didn't come from y'all upbringing with y'all dad. It was just the environment. It was just Marcy.
You know what? I want to say out there, I'm Big Slop, and a lot of dudes that was under me, you know what I'm saying? And I led you astray with the streets and all that. You know what I'm saying? I wish I would have told y'all something different for the ones that it didn't turn out that you happen to change or you stuck right now doing time and stuff like that. But I started a lot of ways, and then my brother followed me, Little Slop, and following his own route, but he followed the street like I did. We was church boys, but we never disrespected the church. Like I said, we always went. We was there. We was never like Little Slop. Let me tell you about Little Slop. Little Slop is the one that now this is Marcy, right? We all grew up in Marcy. When I say we Marcy, we was born in the hospital, and when we left the hospital, we came to Marcy. We didn't move to Marcy 10 years old, 8 years old. We was Marcy. That's all we know. Coming up is Marcy. The people that we went to school with, we all know each other's first names and last names. It ain't like we know their street names. We don't even know their first name from a hole in the wall. No, we went to school with them. We was in the same class, We went to public school and high school with them. So that's like Marcy,
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
My pops, like I said, my pops and mom, they was good. And even other kids in the neighborhood that didn't have their mother and father, maybe their father wasn't around, their mother drugs or something. My pops took care of a lot of kids in the neighborhood. And let me tell you about what my father used to do. And sometimes as a teenager, he used to ask me to go, and I used to be embarrassed. But when I think of it now, I shouldn't have been embarrassed because my pops used to go to Salvation Army, and the guys working there used to give my pops van load of clothes. And we used to take it to the church, and we hang it up on hangers in back of the church on coat racks. And then members from the church, people from the neighborhood would come, and people would take their clothes. The racks used to be empty after 2 or 3 visits from people. People really needed this stuff, People really were taking this stuff, wearing it. It was good stuff. Some stuff was good,
Good garments. Good garments.
Army, good garments. Yeah, that people needed, and people in the church know what I'm talking about. They kids grew up on that stuff, and my pops brung it, and people took it and accepted it and was happy,
Yeah.
And that's the type of stuff he was doing. And when we were supposed to move out the projects, right? This is a story. I don't know if it was Slop. He was young. When my pops first got his own church, my pops saved up enough money for us to buy a house. The plan was, right? A preacher had a church, a pastor had a church, and he didn't want it no more. Something happened. He came to my father. I got the church. You could pay the mortgage off and stuff like that. My pops used his money that he was paying for a house to get the church to pay the mortgage. He had to pay 2 mortgages. He had to pay the mortgage to the building and the mortgage to the preacher that put all his money into the church before my father, He was trying to get his money back. So my pop sacrificed our family life to move out the project for the church, to get his own church, and that's what happened, so, God bless him, and
peace be upon him.
God bless my mom, peace be upon him.
Word.
And
yeah.
Go ahead, Slop, go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, I want to correct something from something that Slop said in another episode about bringing Star and Jameek out the house. I was the one who brought them out the house, Jameek and Star. I want to first bring Star to Marcy. And, when I brought them out the house, especially Star was my man, started coming to Marcy. And that's at the time I was already digging at the time. I had to take him out to dig. And Star just became a monster digging.
Listen, shout out to Star. Are you still in touch with Star?
Shout out to Star, man.
Is you still in touch with Huh?
A little bit. I got his number and everything. Yeah,
all right, yo, shout out to Star. Shout out to Jameek. Yo, listen.
Shout out to Star. Shout out to Job, man. Love you, bros.
I remember it was times I was just getting up ready to go out and he getting off the train coming back like, yo, I just hit where the brothers at, and come and break off bread when brothers ain't even get out the house yet, bro. And when I was seeing shit like that, I was like, yo, this is a different kind of standard. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, this shit could only be inspiring, you know what I'm saying? Right, and that's the shit that make a motherfucker want to go hard. And it wasn't competition, because to tell you the truth, Star had both Stars, Star from LG and motherfucking Star, you know what I'm saying, from around the way.
Right.
These motherfuckers was just, they was gifted, bro. They was gifted when it came to that particular trade. And, you know, that right there was a standard. And I said to myself, and you know, as time went on, you know, you fuck with other motherfuckers, and you know, you bullshit was coming into play, niggas was stashing and all that. So, but when it came time to getting with the brothers, I always felt home fucking with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because it was real honor. You know what I mean? And Slop, you said that. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give you that, bro. Real talk.
And let me tell you, like, let me explain something about when people hear me, they don't really know who Slop is.
Right.
It's two Slops because of myself I'm talking about. Because when I come in the projects, right? And niggas in the projects, people in the projects see me come towards them, they would say, yo, here comes Slop. I hope he don't rank me out. He gonna rank somebody out.
Right.
But when people see me in the street, which I didn't realize until a while later how wild I was, because it was normal, because the people I was being with, this was normal for us every day. They would be like, yo, here comes Slop, man. I know this nigga's about to do something, man. Here comes trouble, here comes slapping him. You know? I was known to be a different person than I was in Marcy, because in Marcy, I always used to be like, I'm not going to do dirt where I live at.
Right.
You know, because I had bad love for Marcy, no matter what I see them and stuff like that, right? And I want to bring up, we talking about Marcy, I want to bring up Love, Mellow. You know, it was a whole crew back then, the Brothers, Love, Jake, Hass, Kilo, Bam, Fuquan, from Marcy. You know, at one time, all the OGs was locked up, and these dudes, I could be around them, Bum, used to be around, and they kept niggas they kept brothers out of Marcy that they felt shouldn't be in Marcy. Niggas couldn't come to Marcy in that era, the Love in them era with Tilo and all of them. Gate, everybody was out there strong, you know? Niggas would come to Marcy, the house parties, or go see a girl, and loving to see you, that was it.
Okay. You know?
Because they had beefs all around, but the thing about it, they wasn't allowed nobody to come in there and be comfortable, you know?
Right.
You know? Unless you was home team with them, you know? And let me tell you, when that song came out, right, to get Love with Slop, I had a beef with Love. I had a lot of beef with Love, believe me. It turned into me and Love had to pull out homework with each other, beef. It turned out to Love my man. And we cool now, and everything is regular, but, you know, with us, but at one time, Marlene saved my life. Right? My boy came to Marcy. He was with me, my man Bones, and we talking normally. And then Love over there with Hab and Justin. So I go upstairs for a minute. So by the time I come back out, I don't see my boy no more. So I'm finding out that they pulled out a gun on my boy Bones. So when I go to approach Love, he goes, "What, Slop? You don't want it?" And pulled out and clicked. Marlene said, "What you gonna do? Kill Slop?" And he pulled it down and walked away. You know, me and him had an issue after that, but it didn't last long. But you know, that's the issue that I have. That when people think Slop, everybody love the Slop and this and that. Nah, I didn't have it easy in Marcy. I had to come out the closet for different things. Yeah, even my little man Bebop, right? He had a beef with the niggas 606 and Tom. They was running together. And they could be trying to jump my little man Bebop. So one day, we walking, me, him, my little man Puerto Rican Mike, and Snoop. They follow me. So we walking down the hill. So these niggas following us on bikes. So I'm looking, why these niggas follow us? So Bob said, "Nah, these niggas trying to front, like they trying to jump me again." So I said, "Don't worry about it." But they follow me over in my building. When I get to my building, B.O., Diamond, my little man can do with them. They looking at me like they trying to see what's going on. These niggas following like in circles, circling us like birds circle they prey. So I go upstairs. I said, "I'm gonna get my homework." So
you gonna get that homework?
Well, I called Black and Trevor them because Bob was with me. He got no homework.
No homework.
So I need a homework. So Trump brings me through a homework. So now we walking. So we still, it's like trying not to do nothing, you know? Because I'm not hesitating. Like, that's not my first thing, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
So they followed me from my building to the hill. When I got to the hill, they started going like, what? So the reality is, I pulled the homework out, man. A summer day, 9 o'clock at night, around my own way with people on the bench, people from my building, people I grew up with. And I started blaming, but the two brothers, Kareem and Marcus, they my people's Karen and Rhonda brothers. I wasn't trying to hit them, but the other dudes with them, I was like later for them, you know? So I'm trying to sit around, and I had to pound, man, but nobody got hit. But it was hard for me to even do that, you know? But I was trying, not on my own time, somebody else's time, you know? But I got involved. I was involved. So what happened was, after that happened, I walked to the other side. You know, Karen and ran up. "You sure that my little brothers, you this old?" I said, "Listen, it ain't even like that." I said, "I wasn't even trying to really hit you. Because they was my peoples, you know? I got mad left with them. They my peoples. I used to go to the windows, talk to them every day, and bug out with them. They was my peoples. So that situation happened, but after that, it didn't go nowhere further than that. But the main dude from their building, Sean Thomas, his mother moved the next day and moved him. Like, his mother was a CEO, and she probably, she probably said, "You gotta be for the grown man. Like, what's going on? You're getting out of control now, you know?" And she moved her son away, probably to keep him safe for a better life, wherever he at, you know? God bless him and his mother, because she got him out of Marcy, you know? And I never seen him again in Marcy. But she took him away from him, because he was growing up to be wild, you know?
Right.
Started thinking he was invincible, stuff like that, and they had a little, you know. But that's what I'm trying to say. I don't try to bring a lot of situations about Marcy with that because of to say that it happened and it's gone, and that's just part of the growing up.
Well, growing up, how we grew up.
And I say their name now. Love was my dude, and believe me, when Love was when they had that song "Love's Gonna Get You," back in the 890s, we went to Tompkins, right? Tompkins Day.
Yeah.
So we walking to Tompkins, so I'm in Tompkins already with my little crew. Love came through. Him, TJ, Billy. Now, people know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say the other name, but Billy. They came through. So when they get to Tonka, the DJ stops the music. You know
they shut it down. So they shut it. What happened?
No, he said, "Love, please don't mess up our day, man. Please come in peace."
What?
And that's how
DJ stopped the whole jam.
Right, and that's how deep it was with Love, putting it in, you know? And I want to shout out Big Smoke. I want to shout out my little man from Nostrand, my big homie, Supreme from Nostrand. Big homie Preem, I want to shout out Puerto Rican Nate.
Salute, Preem.
My dude and they. Puerto Rican Angel, I want to shout you out from Nostrand. My dude, you know, black in them know, and you know, I got the love for them. And I'm gonna shout out my cousin CeeLo. You know, my cousin always been.
Shout out to CeeLo, cuz.
Yeah, and I want to say this last before the platform ends. Little Slop is Little Slop, right? Now I'm at Marcy one day, and niggas come to me and go, "Yo, Slop, there's a nigga in Tonkin named Slop." I said, "His name's Slop." So I said, "Yo, it's already being Little Slop." So I said, "Yo, you gotta show me this dude." So the next day, my man D-Web and L takes me to Tonkin, and they showed me the kid, right? So I said, "What's up, man?" I said, "You know me?" He said, "Yeah, I know you, Big Slop. You know Little Slop." Little Slop was with us too.
Okay.
I said, "Yo, check this out, man." I said, "Yo, you know, it's already me and Little Slop out there, like, I don't know how you came up with the name, but there's already two of us out there." I said, "You know, maybe, you know, you thought of another name?" He said, "Nah, you know," but he's like, "Wow, he's official now, don't get me wrong. When I say the name, people gonna know that he's official." So I said, "Yo, you know what about Sloppo?" He said, "Sloppo?" He said, "Yo, my name's Sloppo, man. What's up?" And that's Sloppo, man. That's Bishop Reginald Patterson right now. You know, God bless you.
Changed his life, man. He doing big things.
Changed his life. He was a wild sick of kid running around wild, but he changed his name to Sloppo. Now, when we used to be downtown, this little dude named Alonzo from Nostrand, they used to come downtown, little young boy. He was young, being with me. Everybody thought that was my little brother. But they was calling him Baby Slop. So what happened was, one day, his mother, somebody snitched on him. His mother came downtown. It was like, "You playing hooky from school, that's where you be at?" And she took him away, and he never came back downtown again. She set him straight. So now I'm hearing stories, yo, Slop on the train, Slop at work. I'm like, who the hell are they talking about? They're talking about Alonzo. But it's funny, right? Because now your name's Slop. It ain't Baby Slop no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Little Slop. Dude's coming up to me and Slop. "What's up, Slop?" And walking to Little Slop. And I'm like, "Yo, that's the Little Slop. I'm Big Slop. I'm Big Slop." So, like, you know. But it's a name that there's different people out there with the Slop in their name that came, you know. Shout out to Alonzo from Nostrand. And shout out to Sloppo from Tonkin, you know?
Right.
Shout out.
And this is a story I want to say to Sloppo from Tonkin. I don't know if I ever told him or if I did tell him. One time I was on a train and this girl had a beef with somebody in my crew. Yu, the little man Yu Woody and them. So she had a beef. So they put the spit game down on her, right? So obviously she came back and she told JB from Willoughby and World, you know, they was down together. So she must have said Slop. So in their mind, they probably saying, "Nah, it ain't Slop from Marcy. It must be loudmouth Slop from Tonkin." He took a beat down for me, man. Sorry about that, Sloppo. I heard they jumped him that night. You know, they ran up on him.
Word.
Because they didn't figure it was me, you know?
Right, because they knew you was being a good guy. You wouldn't get down to that
They know
level.
I'm getting money. I wasn't right. They probably feel like, "Nah, he ain't doing that." But like I said, I was two different people. And anybody know when they see me on the train from Marcy, They see me coming through. I give you 30 deep, 20 deep. They was good. They would say, I never like, you know, everything was good. Even my man Bill's sister Nikki, she can tell you the story about when I'm coming through. The Nostrum, we deep, the Cypher, we all deep coming on the train, and I'm the last one. And when we came through the train, she said, "Slop, one of the dudes that you snatched my chain." I said, "They snatched your chain?" You know, shout out to Nikki, Bill's sister. So I said, "Hold up, nah, you gonna get your chain back." I went to the front, and my little man Berger from Nostrum took her chain. I was like, "Berg, nah, you gonna get her chain up?" He said, "It was me." So we gave it back to her. I came back and gave his chain back. He came and apologized and stuff like that. But I was just saying, perfect example of when I say Marcy, some of the stories ain't in Marcy, but it involved Marcy, you know?
Got you.
I want to shout out K-Mel, because a lot of times we went places, we was at block parties, you know, we had beef, and niggas would run up on us, try to surround us. K-Mel came out of nowhere like an angel, and he'd hold us down. Ain't nothing happening. Shout out to K-Mel, you know, for being so when he see stuff happening from Mars, and he see us, he was always like, "Nah, ain't nothing happening." And then, you know, he'll back the homework down and be like, "Nah, ain't nothing happening." You know, it was a lot of times K-Mel popped up out of nowhere and was like with us, and dudes might have us outnumbered. You know, it'd be 6 or 7 of us, but it might be 12 or 13, 14 of them, and we not in Mars. We in Tompkins Park. We on Willoughby and True. You know what I'm saying? We had a summer jam or something, you know?
Yo,
Shout out to that, man.
Yo, but look, check this out though, Slop. This is what I'm trying to find out. When is it that you realize, right, that you had the juice as to where you could get shit stopped, you making it good for motherfuckers? Because in my eyesight, if that wasn't even a conscious idea that you had, like you wasn't even attempting to try to get or be that. It was just like, yo, that ain't going down, or yo, that's good, oh nah, he good. And then boom, boom, boom. Because I remember you always kept a rag with you, right? Like you wipe your face, like you sweating, right. But you used to dictate what was what and who was who and how it's gonna go down. And I'm talking about when we were mid. So when did you realize you had the juice to make it alright for a whole bunch of motherfuckers?
I realized that even when I tell you about Union Square, and even when I was getting locked up, even when Little Slop was getting locked up, when I went to visit him right away, and I was on a visit, and I seen dudes like Sharky, and I'd be like, Little Slop, my little brother here.
You talking about Sharky Shy?
Yeah, Big Shy, right.
Yeah.
And right away, like, niggas was like, you know, and let me tell you something. I want to shout out Big Daddy Kane and Tracy Morgan. They always said my name when they talk and they interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, cause Big Daddy Kane gave you the shout out in the joint, in the song.
And set it off. And right after that, I got locked up, right? And let me tell you, I used to be on Friday night, you know, everybody got their Walkmans on. When the song come on, the whole dorm pointing at me. And when I go to mess off, dudes would be like, "That's a kid Slop right there down with Kane." And dudes from the Bronx, Manhattan that didn't know me, now they coming up on me when they get a chance. Yo, what's up, Slop? Yo, I think I know you from somewhere. You look familiar. You ever been in the Bronx? I mean, not really, but I probably did look familiar from being in Manhattan, or being in a club, or being a walk-a-thon, or being in a function.
Oh, the dudes.
Now, they made me popular, you know?
Right.
I mean, Kane made me popular even just with that. And dudes, you know, used to like look up and be like, "Nah, that's Slop, that's Big Daddy Kane, man. That's Big Daddy Kane, man." And those, you know, niggas back then respected the hip hop dudes and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, but you know the hip hop dudes at them times is trying to be affiliated with the street dudes, because the street dudes.
Yeah, but Kane was affiliated with us, like
he was.
You know, he was with us, right?
He was, because he was making it alright for me, because he came through with Biz, because Biz Mark used to be there. Rest in peace to Biz Mark, right?
Right.
Because Biz used to be down at LB Square all the time. So Biz knew who the who's and the what's was the what's. So he knew how to, put shit in the proper perspective when he telling another nigga, yo, these niggas yip yo on the yip yo.
And whenever I had a beef with Marcy, it always ends up SLOP was with me the next day on the bench. And when niggas come through, I used to tell SLOP, yo, just move away because I might have to start hammering. He be like, nah, I ain't leaving you here, man, by yourself. And that usually always be the story with Little SLOP. You know what I'm saying?
Always, man.
I'm walking. Yeah.
But
and
you
I would say about Little SLOP, that how nonchalant it is. He used to go to the Muse, right? Now, when we used to go to the Muse, we be deep. SLOP.
Oh, yeah.
He used to go to the Muse with a girl, right? His girlfriend. Him, Turtle, Marcus from Roosevelt. They going, like, with girls and stuff like that, being to the Muse. So one night, we in the Muse, so rest in peace, Tracy Washington and Crime from Barry, they come up on me and be like, yo, SLOP, it's a little nigga over there with a big chain on, we about to get him. But Tracy said, yo, he look familiar, I can't catch where you from, SLOP. So I said, all right, let's go over there and get him. We go over there, right? Guess who it was, Saquon?
Who?
Little SLOP with a big ass chain on, been over there with the girls. I'm looking like SLOP. You can't be in the club like this, like we don't roll like that, man.
Yeah, see, cause
like we'll meet a girl there, she have a little crew, but he was going there like we didn't go on Tuesdays. We happened to go on this Tuesday night. We decided to go. Somebody was there, but him and Little Turtle, these little dudes, and Marcus, they going every Tuesday night by themselves with the girls, and these dudes heavy and just being in the club like nonchalant, like
Yeah, cause they can't recall the times when we used to go to the clubs just to rob.
Right.
Just to rob, no party.
It was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. I had some big stuff on, like I had the Figaro ring with the fake round piece. And Turtle has little stuff on, but people in the music, they knew us though, so they always let us in. We always had a little hammer.
He wasn't staying at Marcy, so I wasn't seeing him that much. He was staying with his girl. He wasn't staying at Marcy. We didn't know what he was doing.
Shout out.
Right. I appreciate y'all with the platform. Trump, your story, I heard it. You know what I'm saying? It's real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of real stuff, man. Marcy stuff, man.
Yeah, I want to get that Little SLOP right quick. One more good go, right?
Get that Little SLOP.
Yo, Little SLOP. This is what I want to say. All right. So you left from doing your little ones and twos from Conan. Peace be upon Conan, right? And then you decided to come and bang downtown with Little SLOP, right? Fucking with us, right? Now when you come out, right?
Bang that down with Big SLOP.
Yeah, he's talking about partners.
Big SLOP,
with Big SLOP.
Come on now. Come on, all right.
Okay, I'm messing up. Yo, but remember, so Big SLOP has already been down there. Big SLOP probably got the guard with him, right? I'm lingering on the front for the guard. B.O. is down there with us already, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So when you come, right? And then when you come with your little henchmen, and they was really serious about the craftsmanship. Right? Because they wasn't playing, they was serious, they wasn't stutter stepping or hummer stunting, they was getting to it, right?
Yeah.
So when was it that you said, all right, this is it, I'm sticking with digging, all that other shit, all that being around the way shit, all that shit is out the window. This is my route. When did that become your decision? Because like you said, you was selling drugs and doing other things prior to just getting full-time digging with us.
I'm going to have to say, me and Jameek one day, we was downtown. I don't know where SLOP was. Baby SLOP was.
I was locked up.
He was locked up. So me and Jameek was downtown all day. We couldn't get no money. TT and Monk. No, shout out to TT and Monk. They was downtown. So I think they 1-2 punch. And so we walked. And one day we was on Fulton and J Street. So we saw the owner at the time. I remember the stereo pilots used to be on the corner of the store. There was a movie theater. So he was the owner of the store. So we follow him all the way down to like Flatbush. So we looking in his pocket and I just see these rubber bands of money. Money.
You see it? You could see it?
Yeah, we could see it. You could see those rubber bands of money in his pocket. Maybe about 5 or 6 rolls. So just basically, yo, I want you to get a Little SLOP. I got you. I'm gonna hold you down. So as I was walking, we also saw TT and Monk coming from distance. So before they cocaine? Jimmy said you gotta get it before monk get it. So I rushed the guy. So when I rushed him, I went in his pocket. There was so much money. Jimmy had to help me put the money out. So when I put the money out, the money fell on the floor. I already had like 2 bags of money in my hand. So me and Jimmy, I put up the money on the floor. So we set up the block where Cookies is at over there. That corner right there, the fake food was at. And until we got around the corner, we cut through. I believe that's how we cut through.
You could cut through
the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from there we went down to the train station. We walked out to the train station. So I got there, the TT and Monk was already there. So I had the money in my pocket, so I just pulled out like a roll of money. So I pulled out the money, it probably was made about like 4,000 or 5,000. That was only one roll. So we split the money up with TT and Monk. I must give him 1,000 a piece, something like that. There was my other little man was there, we gave him some money. So me and Jimmy got in the cab, and we took it to Notion and Fulton. So as I go into my other pocket, I'm in the car now, so I'm up here counting the money. I started seeing like the 50s and 20s. I started seeing hundreds. That Jimmy was copying hundreds. That day we was at about like 17,000. That was my biggest hit ever. And that's when I bought the chains and everything. As soon as I got him out of the way, Blacksmith is my witness. We went to Blacksmith's house. Shout out to Blacksmith. We went to his house before we went anywhere. Yeah, so we got inside the house, he saw all this money we had on us. So we must have gave maybe Blacksmith maybe about 2,000, something like that. Then before that ended, we gave little money to neighbors little then. But we gave them money. By the time I got on the other side, I don't know how people knew I had that money, but they must have seen it through the bags and stuff. But that next day, Top sisters like Thais and Ika, when they saw me, they rushed me. But I just gave like a little $100 a piece. So from then, that really started my digging career. Yeah, but at the time, Star was already coming up, and Star wasn't there that day. But when we saw Star, we blessed Star. The Star was like part of us. Like one thing about Star and Jimmy, if only one of us go out, we still got money. If I didn't go out that day, they would hit me up and say, "Yo, I got something for you, Slop. Y'all got something for you, Star." We always looked out.
I know y'all was good for that. I was speaking on that. That right there, man, that's like what I said, man. That was real honor amongst Steve's, man. You couldn't get that in a lot of instances with a lot of neighborhoods with the brothers. But you still could get some money. You just had to be real fast and watch everything. But with y'all, it was all good, man. And that was real good times, man. Yeah, man, I need to hear from Star, though, man. Because Star, man, was good bread, man.
I'm going to try to reach out, man. I stormed like last year, you know. Down to Fort Greene now. I'm gonna try to reach out.
What's up with Jameek? What's up with Jameek though? And his brothers?
Jameek good. I always speak to Jameek. Maybe I can let him holler at you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yo, I just wanna say for all y'all other boroughs out there that always look down on Brooklyn niggas digging pockets, take that. 17 racks in one pocket. Take that.
Right. One day, 7 hours.
Serious. Waited all day. Waited all day patiently for that one right there. Good play.
Hey, lad.
Yo.
Let me tell you, I was locked up, right? So when Slop did this, Slop supposed to send me a couple of hundreds and all this, and got me some wallows. I know what I'm talking about. So now a couple of days passed, I called Slop. What you gonna do? You know what I got out of that? You know what I got out of that thing, lad?
What you get?
$50. And he bought me a pair of Clarks, right? Now Slop sent me the Clarks, right? And I got the Clarks from Red Clarks. Even the Jamaicans on RIKERS, I didn't even know what it was. I said, y'all got Clarks. What kind of Clarks are these, man? He didn't even give me the wallow. He couldn't find the wallow. We don't know these Clarks, man. What kind of Clarks are these, Slop? Your people playing games. Your people playing games out there. I mean, red was my favorite color, man, but it was crazy because they even got on me like, your people's playing games out there. These ain't no Clarks, man. These white man shoes ain't no Clarks. I'm like, let's stop talking about, oh yeah, I play dice.